Hello everybody. How are you doing today? Another live stream from Rick's Tech Pub. The title of the show probably should have gotten changed a little bit ago because it was a rainy day and it was raining till a little bit ago. So it's not raining now, but I do think it's supposed to be raining later today. So um, I had to bring some boxes out of the bedroom because I had. We don't know where the leak was. I guess it was up on 10th floor, but it came in through the walls and it got two or three of my boxes wet. One of them's right there. That box that was in the bedroom kind of got a little bit wet, but so I had to move some boxes, had to move some things around. Otherwise, they would have gotten wet. So, hello, Kim. So, like I was saying, what was supposed to be a rainy day isn't. I don't know. It decided to stop raining for some reason. Now it's still mostly cloudy. It could still rain later on, and in fact, I expect it to. I don't expect this dry spell to last for too much longer. I think it's going to be raining again just about the time that I want to get done with my live stream, which will be, oh, I don't know, 2:30, 2:35. So I'm not going to go that long today because if it isn't raining, then there are some places I need to go to and people I need to see and try to get some of that done now while it's not raining. So I'll cut this live stream short to about half hour, 35 minutes and get out while I can while it's not raining. Yeah, I have no idea how that XP stuff works. I think it means for experience points or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what that purple crown number. Well, at least it says you're number one, Ken. So, but I haven't gotten the gist of that yet, and I don't think I don't think anybody's explained it yet. I sure as heck don't know what that means. I was hoping there'd be some more people here today. Well, Stan's supposed to be here. But no, I don't know anything in the Microsoft news. I just know that 25H2 gets here. There's the start menu again. It's gonna change. It's gonna look different than what it does now, and they'll probably change it again before they get done doing the final layout of the start menu for 25H2. I don't think they're ever gonna get done playing with that and the taskbar. The taskbar, I know the latest I've heard is taskbar. The taskbar size itself changes, but the icons inside the taskbar don't change. So you got a taskbar that grows really big around the icons or gets really small. So I think they may have fixed that by now. I think that's an old problem. That's one that sticks out in my head. A few other issues I know that they're trying to work out. I'm in no hurry for getting 25H2 or but the update isn't really going to be really all that big of an update. 25H2, there's going to be a few changes, but they're not going to make a lot of changes all at once, and they're learning from their mistakes, but they're learning slowly. So they're gonna try doing this 25H2 or yeah, the 25H2. I think they're gonna try doing it differently. It's not gonna be a big update either. It's not gonna be that update that everybody's worrying about. This 25H2 is gonna be well. There's gonna be things in it, but they're interlocking everything. They're gonna put a whole bunch of things together in the update, and they're gonna do it that way and combine a whole bunch of things together. I guess. See if that works better. With whole, I think doing with having to do with apps. There's gonna put a whole bunch of programs together or apps together, so the install time isn't quite as long or something like that. I haven't read all about it and heard about all it yet. There's more to hear about that, but I do know that the start menu is changing again. Like they haven't done enough with it. You can just make subtle changes, but these really aren't subtle changes to the start menu. And they're changes you're going to look at it like, whoa, that's different. It's going to be right off the bottom. It's gonna how they're going to have things grouped together. And there's that they're taking some of the customization away, which some of the other YouTubers for the tech industry out there, they're hoping that the things they took away they bring back, and some of the freedom, some of the choices that we had to be able to change things within the start menu aren't working. So I hope that's something that doesn't stay around long, that we have the options to choose what we want to and when we want to. But for now, what I've heard is some of those options have been taken away. They giveth and taketh away. They keep doing that. They keep saying, well, they're going to give you this, but then they got to take away this. They'll do this, but they're going to break that in the process of it. So it's always a give and take with Microsoft. There's always giving us, and then they take us away, or they give us something and they break something else. It's always a vicious circle with them. It's never an even keel. Never know what you're quite going to get with Microsoft. I mean, they're getting better at it, but there's still kind of behind the scenes shenanigans that they're up to. Things that they're doing and things that they send out that they may have not have that they may not that they shouldn't have sent out, and they gotta try to find a way of stopping it or fixing it midland, and that doesn't always work. So they are slowly learning. It's just with Microsoft, and learning from their mistakes is sometimes a slow process. Hey, yes. How you doing today, yes? I'm doing all right. I'm going to a doctor's appointment tomorrow for trying to level all this stuff out so I know what the hell's going on, and seeing one doctor to see another doctor to see that doctor, and yeah, we're getting things slowly are getting worked out. It's just taking a while. The one thing I still need to get is those commands that I need to put in so I can change my network setting. I'm still working on that, so I could put those commands into PowerShell. I need to update my PowerShell too. I need to do that one of these days. But one thing at a time. I need to get my network sharing problem fixed. But I need someone to put those commands either into an email to me or somehow so I can just take the first one and then go into PowerShell and put that one in and run that one. Then I can go back to the second one and run that one. There's two different things you got to do apparently, I think. When I watched Carrie's video. But someone's gonna have to figure out how to get them so I can get them and get them to work. But I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Just one of these days, I'd like to get that figured out. Since he has them up on the screen, but not long enough, and I don't know. Then I couldn't find them again, but they're there. Just have to stop your screen right when he puts them up on the screen, so you can, I don't know, do a snapshot or something. Then put them into a different program so you can put them into like Notepad or Word, which I can't take anything at Word because I don't have Word on my computer. So I don't know how you would send them to me so that I can copy the first one, then run that one, then go back and copy the second one and run that one. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. I'm kind of tired today. Oh, I know when I need to go. I know when I go out, I need to stop at the office or their office. See what they all want me to do. They kind of left me a message on my phone, but I didn't quite get the full meaning of it, so I'm gonna have to call them back later and say, what was that text message you were sending me? I didn't quite understand all of it, which is what people usually do because they're in a hurry or they know I'm in a hurry or I'm busy doing something, so they send me half the message and then just tell me, and if you can later, call me or text me and I'll tell you the rest. Okay. Which leaves that whole time that I'm wherever I'm at thinking, what in the hell are they trying to tell me? So then the curiosity gets the best of me, and I stop and I say, okay, what was the rest of what you were trying to tell me? Then they tell me, say, you said all that just to tell me that? Okay. They go the long way about of telling me something they could have said in a matter of seconds. They gotta string it out to a whole 2.5 paragraphs when they could have summed it up in 2 sentences. Hey, John. How you doing, John? I'm doing okay, but kind of tired. I can't be up too exceptionally late tonight. I gotta be up in the morning, and then I got that one doctor's appointment at 12 something, 12:50 or something like that. Which it sounds like my doctor will be there tomorrow, so or the doctor I'm supposed to see. Sounds like he's gonna be there tomorrow. Didn't sound like he was gonna be, but it now sounds like he. Just finished mowing the yard, cooling off with a little road trip tomorrow to the small town of Prairie du Sac. Celebrating. Oh, how celebrate your birthday? Yeah, mowing the yard and it's hot. That's never fun. I don't know. I don't mind riding lawn tractors too much because they're not too bad. But a push mower when it's 90 some degrees, that's never fun. I've done that before, and it's not fun. It's rather miserable, to be honest with you. Yeah, luckily I've been able to have my AC off here for the last day and a half. We had a cold front come through Minnesota, and I think it's supposed to leave tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be raining tomorrow, so I don't know if my mom and I are going to get to go out to eat or not. Really don't know. A Gatorade. I haven't had a Gatorade in a long time. I should go try one of these days. Something that has more flavor than just water. That's all I've been drinking since April 2nd. It's just water. Kind of getting tired of drinking water. And I drink about 6 or 7 glasses of water a day, so sometimes 8. I think I'm getting more than the daily amount of water, but out of all the years that I've been drinking nothing but Mountain Dew and Pepsi, I don't think my body will mind a little overnourishment of water for a while. How hot is it there, John? You're in the 90s? Hopefully you're not too hot, but it kind of sounds like you are. Oh, you have the electric mower with chargeable batteries. Oh, yeah, we're still mostly gas up here. We're still using mostly gas mowers up here. There's not too many people that have the manual one that turns. We don't have too many electric up here. I think in the years to come, I think someday that'll change, but right now everybody's using gas up here. Reminds me, I gotta go look at a mower tomorrow. I need to take the blades off. I need to sharpen the blades. I need to do a couple other things to it. Change a couple filters. Maybe change a gas line. He's got a whole list of parts there that he wants me to change for his riding lawn tractor. 82, but it's humid. Yeah, that humid part is that that's never fun when it's humid out like that. It is never fun. I was gonna go out for a bike ride, but then I gotta somehow get my bike around the other bikes, and there's a three-wheel bike down there, so I kind of somewhat have to carry my bike over 2 other bikes. There's really no other way of getting it in or out except for to pick it up and carry it, which I'm not really supposed to be doing, but I want to get out and enjoy the weather sometime today, get out and do biking before my surgery, which I still think is quite a ways off. I think we're at least maybe 2 months before that'll happen. This other medication they had to put me on is kind of stopping the surgery because it's an inflammation med. Actually, I'm on 2 meds that are like that, but the other one they're not so worried about. It's this new med that I'm on. I got put on a couple weeks ago. So they can't have me having surgery with that kind of medication. So things are all kind of turned around and backwards from what the way I thought they were going to go. I thought we are going to do this all in one shot, get the surgery done, and then go down to the cities, get my injection shot from my back. But now that got all turned around, so I don't know what's happening when. Hmm. It's doing pretty good, John. 7 seasons on the same battery. That's doing really good. Can't sleep more does it last night. I think you need a new leaf blower there, Ken. Battery should last longer than that, I think. Even though I know they're tremendously expensive. It should last longer than 10 minutes. Or get a new battery for it or something, I don't know. Yeah, I had to go over to someone's house the other day. They had me doing a whole bunch of things because they were at work. But one of the things he wanted me to do is for the electric weed whacker or whatever he had. He said, "No, by the way, that electric weed whacker it's on the table. You want to open that box and put the new battery in it and make sure it works." I guess so. So I took the battery out of the box, took all the gadgets off the battery posts and whatever, and connected the new battery up to the weed whacker. And works fine. So I got a few odds and ends done for them while they were at work. Things that they couldn't exactly get done, but they wanted to get done. So that's usually when a guy like me is called or someone else to kind of finish up the loose ends. That's what people like me do, is just things they couldn't get to. 2 or 3 things they couldn't get to. They call me and I get it done for them, if I can. Some things are out of my range of doings, or some things I just won't do. And most of the things I will do, so. I don't know, I've always heard, I don't know if that's killing the battery down that far is always a good thing. I've always heard you want to have some charge in your battery, but not much of it. I don't know, killing it down to like 2% of the battery charge left. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but yeah, you get it down there quite a ways, but I wouldn't kill it completely. Yeah. Those LED lights to tell you how much of a charge is left, those are nice. Then you can't really go too far, it kind of stops you at a certain point. And you gotta put a new battery on it. Well, there is a bird out there that is just being noisy. Good grief. It's quiet for now, but it won't be. There's that one bird out there that's chirping, 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 chirping. I don't know if it's not going to rain later on or not. It kind of looks like it's starting to work its way back up to raining. I don't know if I'll get my bike ready or not. I mean, I'll try, but it depends on how things go tomorrow with a meeting with the doctor. Depends, and then depends on I don't know if with this medication that I'm on, how long I'm going to be on it. Then he'll decide, I guess, as to when my surgery will be, and he'll tell my surgery doctor when he thinks it'll be safe enough for me to have surgery once I'm off this medication. I don't know. There's blue sky over there, so I don't know. Maybe this big, huge gray cloud that's sitting out in front of me is kind of intimidating me, but looks like there's blue sky behind it, so maybe I shouldn't worry. Looks like it'll be okay after all. Just looked like it was gonna get nasty for a while, so it looked like it was gonna rain, but nah, I think it's gonna do all right. I think the clouds are gonna clear, and I'll get a bike ride in yet today. Rechargeable SUV. Boy, somebody's got money. Rechargeable SUV, all electric. My mom's got a hybrid. She couldn't go all electric just yet. She's got a hybrid. A hybrid Honda Insight 2025. Yeah, I can't imagine that's gonna be shooting up a lot of money on the electric bill, having that rechargeable SUV in there. Wouldn't want to pay their electric bill. That's gotta be expensive. I was just thinking about that. Charging, depending how long it takes. That could be spendy. You know, I was worried about those kind of chargers for those kind of vehicles. I'm always kind of worried about fires. 'Cause I see them all over on YouTube. But electric vehicles catching on fire. I don't know if they're all that reliable. I don't know if I'd really want one. It sounds like it's just, I don't know. There 1 minute and gone the next. They catch on fire so quickly. $80,000 for a vehicle. Jeez. Well, it must be nice to have that kind of money to spend, but I don't have 80K sitting in my back pockets. Yeah, me and somebody were just talking about that, the price of vehicles nowadays. And really, if you're getting everything you really paid for in a vehicle. I mean, for like 80 some thousand dollars, like 85, $87,000. I don't know. $87,000 compared to just going out to some place and buying a junky old vehicle. I don't know. I having things as nice is one thing, but spending the money on it to get those nice luxury things, I'll say for 87 or $90,000. I think I don't know. I think I could learn to live without it. But some people they just gotta flaunt their money. Yeah, I saw a pickup the other day. It had to have been fairly new, and they had to have spent at least 80, 70, $80,000 for that pickup. It was a newer pickup. You can tell because the frame was all nice and shiny. You look underneath it a little bit, you can see the frame's all nice and shiny. So it was a brand new pickup, but damn, I think it's one of those sport models. Had that and everything under the sun. So you had all different kind of things, and it looks like this guy had pretty much everything you would want in a pickup. And I'm sure he paid the money for it too. I don't know. He looked like he was an older gentleman, 60s, 70s. Hello, Head Stash. Oh, 45K still. That's. I know some people trying to get 50K for their houses nowadays. Around here, that's. I don't know. There's a few that get it, but most of them don't. Because most people I know don't make 30,000 a year. So none of the people I know live in luxurious houses. In fact, the houses they live in need a lot of TLC. They just don't have the money for the upkeep. They like living in a house, but the upkeep is expensive, so some of the things in the upkeep of those houses aren't done. And in John's house, he's got a couple of doors that need to be, well, one needs to be replaced, the other one could possibly be fixed. The house is about 31 years old, and there's some things that need to be fixed on it. He just doesn't have the money. Every time he comes up with the money and he's going to fix something on the house, one of the vehicles breaks and he's got to go put, $3,000 or $4,000 into that or whatever. And then that kind of screws up what he was going to pay for in the house. So that kind of gets put off. So you're kind of living in a house that's they need work. I don't think I have a friend out there that doesn't live in a house that doesn't. Well, actually, I do. If you look at Bob and them guys, they kind of live in the third class area. Yeah, some of their houses are nice and they don't need to be taken care of as much like the rest of my friends are living in houses where the roofs are about ready to just cave in because they're looking like this. The roofs are starting to point inward because the roofs need to be replaced. They don't have the money to replace it. Mm. Yeah, the house we lived in up north was a farmhouse. Was it was built fairly well. They don't make the houses like they used to. Not today. I've seen how houses are made today. It's like, good God, how scary. Insulation type I think they've used on some of them. I was told the insulation type or the brand or the rating or whatever they're using on insulation. That changed, I think. 100 years old. Wow. It's made it that far. That's pretty good. I was riding around Brainerd yesterday and went down that one street where me and my friend Robert watched that house burn. Sat there and watched it for an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15, and when we started to see the roof, it was like this at once upon a time when we first got there was starting to cave in. The more we kept watched it, and then about 35 minutes after that, the whole roof just kind of caved in. And that's when we turned to each other, and I said, "Yep, I think the house is done. That house isn't there anymore. It's just a lot it is, but the house isn't." A lot of old houses around here are starting to go bye bye. Usually because the wiring in them gets so frail and old that something catches on fire, and some of these older houses are burning down. There's that one that they must have. It's an old classic house, with the colored glass in it. You got the green and the red, and it's. But that house burned last almost 2 years ago. They must have fought with the insurance company because I guess they're gonna rebuild it, but I don't know. First floor was gone, second floor was gone. There wasn't much left of it, but it was an old antique house, and they wanted to save what was left of it and try to rebuild the rest of it. But I don't think there was a lot left of it. But the house is still standing, and they would have torn it down by now if they were going to get rid of it. But I guess through insurance and all the red tape, I guess next year sometime they're going to start rebuilding it. They got both floors they've got to replace. Both floors burnt. That kind of took a sneak peek in one of the windows when I got up there first time I saw it. There was no first floor. First floor was pretty much gone. Second floor, there wasn't much of second floor left. But I guess they're wanting to rebuild it, so. Finger Lakes, New York is a region where my old house is. Yeah, our old house way up north of here, it's still standing, and it's that house is well over 100 years. It's still standing. I know it's been remodeled a bunch of times, but the house itself is still standing. I go up there and see it every year. I haven't this year because I don't know. I was going to, then on the days that I wanted to go, I couldn't go because of the smoke, and now I'm not going because of all these health issues I've got that got in the way. I'm still hoping this year to get there, but it just might be later this year, later this summer. But I do plan on getting there. I just don't quite know when yet. Yeah, I was 14 when we left there. in the house I used to live here in town, over in Northeast, over in 14th Avenue. That house was over 100 years old. Had a railroad tie in it for one of the floor supports, which I thought was rather unique. Yeah, there's not too many antique houses that we have around here that get saved. Like I said, people around here just don't have the money for it. Usually, it's somebody, if they're going to save a house like that, it's somebody from out of town or out of state that gets gets to take care of that. But the local people around here, they don't got the money for that, for restoring an old house like that. I know plenty of houses that should have been, and the two houses that I'm thinking of are no longer here. They said, well, one got tore down because they found structural problems with that one, but the other one, I don't know why that one got tore down. It wasn't that bad a shape. It was an older house, but it wasn't in too bad a shape. And then there's houses that should be torn down that are still being lived in today. And why, I don't know. I just know about 4 houses that are being lived in that really shouldn't be here. Those houses should have been torn down a long time ago. Jackie and Brett are living in one of them. That house that they're living in should have been torn down at least 8 years ago. 8, 9 years ago. But the owner doesn't want to do that. She's looking at it as a she's looking at it for business purposes, and business purposes you make money off of. So as long as she can make money off of it, as dangerous as that house is, that one end of the house is just gonna fall apart. That whole house is just gonna crack, and it's all gonna cave in on one side, and it's hopefully it doesn't while they're there, but well, I hope it doesn't happen when anybody's there. But half these houses these people are living in, well, sometimes I wonder. Well, it's good that the house got restored. Yeah, and if you find the right people, or if the people find whoever restored the house, if you can find the right people, it'll look really good when they're done. Yeah, I don't know about the weather now. It's kind of just, I don't know. Now it looks like it might rain again. I don't know. I really honestly don't know if I'm gonna get out or not. I'd like to. I don't know. I might end up just going over to the Dollar General and getting things over there instead of going all the way to the other side of town, over the Northeast. I was gonna go over to Cub, but you know what? I just don't think I'll make it there and back without getting soaking wet. Getting there, I might make it, but getting back, I don't know. I'll have to check out the weather forecast. Hey, Chris Garrett. Oh, I have to check my weather here for a minute. Clouds with a thunderstorm or two. Oh, smoke from the wildfires in Canada can create reduced air quality and hazy skies. High of 74. Tonight, cloudy with a heavy thunderstorms. With a heavy thunderstorm, storms can bring flooding, downpours, hail, damaging winds. Yeah. Same old crap. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be a high of, feels like 77. Air quality is fair. Thunderstorms, some heavy this afternoon through late Wednesday night. So I guess that answers my question. I'm not going to Northeast. I won't make it there and back without being sorry that I went. So the quickest thing I could do is here at about 3 or 4 minutes, get off of here, run over to Dollar General, go over there and get a couple of things really quick. Yeah, I'm not going to make it to Northeast and back. I was thinking I was going to, but now it looks like that ain't going to happen. I was hoping it would, but no, I'll end up going to Dollar General. Which is Dollar General really isn't the place that I'd want to go, but it's the only place around here we can go. Besides that, or Holiday, I really don't want to go back to Holiday. We got Dollar General. We got a few restaurants downtown. There's not much around here, really, to get to the good stuff and get some of the good stores or whatever. You'd have to be living out in Baxter, and I'm not living in Baxter. But then the streets and roads of Baxter are so screwed up. Anybody that rides up and down that road in Baxter just they shake their head and who designed this road? I don't know. My mom gets on that road every time she's in Baxter, just shakes her head. It's like, I don't know who designed this road, but whoever did needs to go back and figure out where they went wrong, because it's all screwed up. It's got my dad confused a couple of times. They just don't make it evident that the road is the way it is. The next thing you know, you're on the opposite side of the road facing the wrong way of traffic. And you slip into that part of the it's just so transparent that you do that, and they don't tell you. They don't say, hey, stop. There's signs that say, hey, stop here. And they don't, it's just horrible. Yeah, go inside the Dollar General. Or whatever that store is called. I don't know what they're called. General something. It doesn't look like it's gonna, I don't know. And I was gonna go hook up the trailer and go over to that one place and pick up a few things, but now that they say we can get a few thunderstorms this afternoon, now I'm kind of having second thoughts of what I want to do. 'Cause I was gonna go and pick that up. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that today. And I don't think I'll be doing it tomorrow. From the sounds of it, it sounds like it's gonna be raining tomorrow, but I've gotta go pick it up one of these days. It's been over, I told him 3 days ago I was gonna go and get it. I just haven't been able to. Every attempt I've made, it's been raining. I know he's gonna call me one of these days. You gonna come get this thing? Or yeah, I'm gonna come get it. Just Mother Nature's gonna cooperate with me. And I've gotta go all the way out past Lum Park. That's not no short jaunt. It's a good 3 miles from here. Almost 4 miles to where I gotta go. And that's from here. That's not. Yeah, yeah. The entire length from Washington from one end to the other, and I don't know from what one end to the other end they're talking about, but they're saying Washington is 4 miles long. I think it's gotta be longer than that. Although I don't know what point to what point they're saying it's 4 miles. I don't know along what part of the road they measured. So I believe Washington Street is longer than that. Or Highway 10 is what they call it. It's gotta be longer than 4 miles, because it's gotta be. It's gotta be, I think, 4.5, more than 4.5 miles, I think. It's around there. It's 4 miles and something. It's not 5 miles and not 4.5 miles, I don't think. But it's close. And I know I've gone up and down that road several times during the summer. So I've done Ford. So 4 down there, 4 back, 4 down there, 4 back, 4 down there, 4 back. I've done that like 4 or 5 times in one day. I've done like almost 20 miles just alone going up and down Washington Street. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go inside the store, Dollar General, General Jollar, whatever they call it. That store down there that I always go to. I think they call it Dollar General or something like that. I'm going inside the Dollar General. Ha 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 ha. Oh, somebody's funny. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Need to get some hamburger buns, and I need to get a couple other things that I still didn't take that glass down from that broken pitcher. I just looked up and just realized, oh yeah, I gotta take that glass. Oh, it'll sit there for a couple more days. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna go get some chips, some hamburger buns, and a couple other things that I want to get. Have I ever played an instrument? He used to play the drums a little bit. I wasn't very good at it. I didn't put too much effort into it, so I got out of it what I wanted to get out of it, which wasn't much. And I was thinking about playing an instrument when I was younger, but I don't know. I thought about it. That's about as far as I got with it. That's all the further I got with it. That's all I did is I just thought about it. It's like, yeah, I'd like to do that, but I've got other things I'd like to do too. So yeah, it's crossed my mind, but I never did anything about it. Yeah, that's what I did when I was in fourth and fifth grade. Maybe I think a little bit of sixth grade. I did a little bit of drumming. I don't know. It was all right. It was. That's when I found out how much the teacher was going to give us and the note studying and making our own songs or doing something or like that. I can't remember, but That's when I kind of decided that maybe something with music wasn't. I like listening to it, but I don't like making it. If that makes any sense. I know there's people that can do songs from Journey, Motley Crue on the guitar or piano. They can do that really well. Home Sweet Home. I know people that can do that on the piano. They can do that just easily. I look at that and I said, "How the hell did you do that?" They say, "It's easy." Like, no, it isn't. Yeah, they get that piano melody for Home Sweet Home. I know people that can do that piece of cake, but I can't. Yeah, yeah, that's very. It can be difficult. I know if you're just starting out, it won't be too. I don't know, depending on what level you're going at. They show you the easy stuff, which there isn't much in the. There isn't much easy stuff, and then they show you what you're really gonna be getting to. Like, holy shit, can we do the easy stuff from now on? This difficult stuff looks like something I don't want to do. And I've seen the easy stuff to making music, and I've seen the hard stuff. Like, no, thank you. I'd rather not. So, geez, I did manage to go 57 minutes today. Thought I was just gonna go a half hour, but you know what I mean. Once I start yakking, I just don't stop sometimes. But this time I'm keeping an eye on the time and chat. And I'm gonna let you guys go here in a couple of minutes. I got things I want to go do and places I want to go before it rains. And I know it's gonna rain again today, so I'm gonna get out of here and go do that, and then get back here before it rains, and I can laugh and say, "Haha, I got back before you rained." But if I don't get going here pretty soon, I'm gonna get caught in the rain. Then I'm gonna be not a happy boy. So before it decides to turn on me, and for right now, it's not raining. I need to get to the store before it rains. I'm a good conversationalist. Yeah, I try to. Sometimes I'm not good at it. Sometimes I just sit there and I'm just duh. But yeah, if you got questions to ask me, reasonable questions and reasonable comments, yeah, we can keep a conversation going. It's the problem I was having in the beginning of my live streams, getting the stupid people in here and having to kick them out so I can keep the good people here. Which, Stan, I have not turned you blue yet, have I? Well, you know what? I'm going to fix that. You should have said something. Said, hey, I'm not blue yet. Well, I'm going to fix that. There we go. Now you're. Chris Garrett, I'll turn you into a standard moderator because I know you ain't going to start any shit. You haven't done anybody else's show. Why would you do it here? That's because you're not. I know, Chris, you're a good kid, so. Head stash. Hmm. Google Dollar General inside the Dollar General is Google Dollar General. Yeah, I didn't know it was a real thing, Chris. I didn't know that was a Dollar General inside of a Dollar General. I didn't know that was a real thing. Anyhow, guys, it's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna turn you all loose because I'm gonna go to my Dollar General. I'm gonna go do some general shopping so I can get some general things, and then I'm gonna get the general drift of coming back home. So that's my general day. How the rest of my general day is gonna go is at the Dollar General. All right, guys. You all have a good one. Okay. I'll catch you later. Bye for now. What does that mean? Okay. Catch you guys later.